Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. We're about to watch the movie 2010, the year we make contact. Look, 2001: A Space Odyssey is one of the most unique films I've ever seen in my life, and I had no idea there was a sequel when I watched it. And apparently, like, there's a whole slew of other books as well. And if this movie is good and the story is great, I will be checking out the books. I have the first one on audiobook. I haven't listened yet. But I'm super intrigued that there's a sequel to this movie, and I'm even more intrigued that some people mentioned that it's more of like a traditional narrative film versus the experimental nature of 2001: A Space Odyssey. And that, honestly, whether this movie is great, good, or bad, I'm intrigued and I'm excited to see a little bit more of this universe, of this world that was laid out in 2001: A Space Odyssey. So give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and check me out on Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. Let's experience 2010, the year we make contact.
My God, it's full of stars.
Oh, jeez. What an opening line.
I just read your final report. A good number of questions that remain unanswered.
Yeah.
You just read that report? Took you this long to steal our secrets?
This is a very bad business in Central America.
We didn't start it.
We are scientists, you and I, Dr. Floyd. Our governments are enemies. We are not.
I like that. That's a good perspective.
We know you are building the Discovery too. To go back to Jupiter. To find out what happened to your men up there.
Yay!
Also to examine the large monolith. Ilyanov will reach Discovery almost a year before you people are ready.
Why are you telling me this?
Because there are things we need to know. Otherwise, the same thing that you let happen to your people up there could happen to ours.
He's right, yeah. I'm not sure how you would avoid it.
The small monolith you people brought back from the moon, your government has been very selfish and stupid in keeping it to yourself.
I guess I just figured the world was kind of like united.
It's impenetrable. We tried lasers, nuclear detonators, nothing worked.
The monolith near Jupiter, it is the same.
It's even larger.
The HAL 9000, can it be reactivated?
Yes.
By us?
By you? It would take 3 to 4 months.
We are going to get there first. Yet you have the knowledge to make the trip work.
So, team up.
How could you convince your people to allow Americans to go on the flight?
It won't be easy. However, I'm pretty good.
I don't know if I could convince our people.
Oh, come on, who cares about the narrative if you get to go?
I don't think they would allow that if they didn't have to. They don't have to.
Have you checked Discovery's orbit lately?
What?
Something must be wrong with the orbit. Interesting. Alright, so this is a true narrative sequel to the first film while abandoning the kind of unique tone and structure of the film. I'm okay with that. You don't need to experience that a second time. If I want to experience it again, I'll watch the first movie again because it's great.
Something incredible's happening up there. Discovery's being pulled towards Io. Or pushed away from Jupiter, whichever.
How long before it impacts on Io?
2.5 years. The Russians are going to go aboard Discovery with or without us.
Yep.
Ask him if he wants them to have all the answers. He lost some good men up there. And I sent them. I have to go.
I love that perspective.
Afternoon, Sal.
Oh, wow, Sal.
You have anything for me?
I like the blue light instead of the red.
We have often spoken about Hal.
Yes, we have.
We've spoken about Hal's anomalous behavior. You have told me that we cannot solve the problem of Hal's behavior without more information.
That is obvious. Someone must return to Discovery. That person should be you.
Diagnosis is only the first step. The process is incomplete unless it leads to a cure. Do you agree?
Does that mean you believe Hal can be restored to normal functioning?
I hope. I don't know.
I don't know if I want that or not. Can we bring dolphins into space? I just want to watch dolphins in space now. I can't explain why. Wait, those dolphins are in like a swimming pool? Oh man, 2010 is gonna be awesome.
I'm going on the flight.
Oh man. I didn't think about the fact, like, yeah, that means leaving wife and son for probably a very long time. Aww. This is actually a really great movie so far.
Isn't Mommy hungry?
I don't think so.
Is she worried about the time, or because she knows how incredibly dangerous this mission is?
You've been punishing yourself for years for something you thought you did wrong or didn't do right. And now you're looking for absolution. You could get yourself killed.
I'll be scared enough for both of us.
Oh, wow. Space shot looks great. I would be angry if the space shots didn't look good, because 2001 and 1968 looked fantastic. Cool. What a time jump. All right. A little bit abrupt, but hey, you know what? I'm here for it.
Breathe deeply.
I don't know all the reasons for wear the suit they're wearing. I assume to help them maintain nutrients, potentially stimulate muscles so they don't completely deteriorate.
We are about 2 days away. Don't worry. There is nothing wrong. Your government wanted us to awaken you.
I don't understand this. If this date is correct, then there's something down there.
But what?
Is it moving?
Yes.
Oh, tell me more.
All right. What's going on here?
You're here to help us reactivate the Discovery and its computer systems because that is United States territory. You are authorized to observe other aspects of our mission.
You should work as a team, though.
Obligation.
But you're all in space together.
It is not our choice.
The problem in Central America is growing worse.
How fast is it moving?
We are under instruction.
Listen.
Frankly, who gives a crap about what's happening on Earth right now? Like,
We have to. We're supposed to be scientists, not politicians. How fast?
Dr.
Yes.
Floyd, I am also an officer of the Soviet Air Force.
How fast?
1 meter per minute.
Don't worry. I'm just observing.
I'm actually, I haven't thought a ton about this. I'm really curious to see how they tie this movie in with the ending of 2001: A Space Odyssey, and what they do with that. They've addressed a lot of the major plot points so far, like the practical elements, but that is like an otherworldly, for real otherworldly element, and I'm excited to see how they develop that. Also, should we make a movie adaptation of the third book in the series? Has enough time passed that we can continue this film series? I think we should. Y'all, I'm so excited. Like, I kind of feel like I'm actually seeing a foreign planet, for real.
It's down in that crater.
What is it? Ah! Ah! What the heck? Was that the probe? Was that the giant baby face? I couldn't quite tell. It was so fast. Wouldn't that be interesting?
It was organic. There was life.
You don't know that.
I believe that.
What are you suggesting we do?
We should send another probe.
How do we know that the same thing wouldn't happen again?
Electrostatic buildups don't occur that often.
It wasn't any buildup.
Oh, really, Dr. Floyd? And just what do you think it was?
A warning. Possibility of life of some kind. Where it never existed before.
That is absolutely
I
interesting.
don't think it's electrostatic anything. I think something wants us to stay away from Europa.
But for what purposes?
We don't have enough fuel to slow ourselves down, so we are about to use a technique called aerobraking. Since no one has ever done this before, everyone up here is as scared as I am.
Yeah, it's always fun to try new techniques that make sense on paper, but you only get one shot to try it in practice.
Air braking in 2 minutes. 2 minutes to air braking.
It'll be fine.
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
Your fear is very effective. Like, I feel it. Even though there's no logical cinematic story reason why they should crash. That doesn't mean they couldn't be damaged in some way. Wow, they're on fire. They're on fire. Oh, wow, that looks awesome. Oh, the camera work. I like the cuts between like this and that. Although I wish we didn't hear it when they cut to the space shot, because that doesn't make sense that we would hear that. Still super interesting. Good job. Good job being scared. Good job flying the ship, navigating this whole air brake thing. Oof. And good job not dying. Very proud of you for living.
My God, it's full of stars.
Dr. Floyd to the medical bay.
You know, I didn't think about how, like, just unusual that line is and how that might sound to people who receive that transmission. It's such a weird thing to say, like, all things considered.
Real. I have this terrible taste in my mouth.
Takes about 12 hours, then it goes away.
Do we have all the telemetry on the Discovery and the Monolith?
They're all in your cassettes. I don't expect too much cooperation from this crew. Dear Caroline, the first part of this journey is coming to an end. We are about to rendezvous with the Discovery.
You know, I hate heights.
So do I.
You picked good jobs.
Do heights even apply in space? I guess, you know. But like, you're zero gravity, you're not gonna fall. I mean, you might float away from the spaceship if you get disconnected. I don't know. I wouldn't do it either. They didn't have to carry over the heavy breathing. Although, I mean, I have to say the breathing seems to match the situation a little bit better. Like, it's probably actually his breathing. And it's not quite as overwhelming as the first one.
70 meters.
You're almost there. How's that for patronizing?
Not bad.
Oh yeah, this is terrifying.
50 meters.
The center section is hardly moving. That's where we'll grab hold. 5 meters.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Grabbing. All right.
I made it.
Oh man, I'm so glad they made it. Now let's get on board. Let's get Hal and discover what's in the Discovery.
You look straight ahead.
I don't regret saying that. The way it's covered in dust actually looks really cool.
I've got the
oh yeah,
interlock
that's
status
awesome.
display panel.
Is it safe for them to go on board?
How does it look? No apparent damage.
I just didn't really think about it until
We're
now.
going in. I found Hal.
How's he look?
Asleep.
Good. Let's keep him that way.
We have one pod here. It's number 3.
Any damage?
None that I can see.
Just don't ask him to open the pod bay doors. Oh geez, this is crazy.
I'm swinging the faceplate upward.
Oh, it seems like such a bad idea.
There's oxygen here.
I can't believe there's oxygen.
I breathe regularly.
It's very impressive.
The Discovery has been partially revived. We don't know how much damage has been done.
I can't believe they were able to turn it back on.
It's time to unleash Chandra. We'll see if our computer brain surgeon and psychiatrist can put Hal back together again.
Oh, I'm nervous about this. Don't turn him on. Okay, turn him on. Can you sing Daisy Daisy while you turn him on?
Tomorrow.
How does he resist the urge to just push them all in at once? Gosh. Oh, stop. Oh, it's annoying. I didn't care for that. Okay. Hopefully everything's good
morning,
now.
Dr. Chandra, this is Hal. I'm ready for my first lesson.
I'm nervous still.
I want you to install this little baby right about there, inside the cable trunking. I want you to put it where nobody can find it.
A non-conducting blade, so there won't be any short circuits when you trigger it. Where's the remote control?
If I trigger it. The control's in my compartment. The little red calculator.
Chandra would have kittens if he found out.
But he's not going to find out, is he?
Well, not from me. They can tear off my fingernails. I won't talk.
I would. Don't torture me. I like that they're making contingencies.
After 9 years and hundreds of millions of miles, we are about to come face to face with the monolith.
Oh gosh.
We have so much to ask. I have the feeling the answers are bigger than the questions.
Yeah, probably. That's a very astute observation and a great quote. Answers are bigger than the questions. Wow, that's actually pretty heavy. Pretty deep. Huh. Oh! There it is! Oh, the music is great.
1 by 4 by 9. They're perfect, even when carried for 6 decimal places.
The small one on the moon? We encountered exactly the same proportions.
I will send Max down with a pod.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, really? You wouldn't?
That's right, I wouldn't. You want to send a pod down, send an unmanned one.
I don't agree.
Good call.
I would like to go.
Dumb.
A piece of pie.
Well,
cake.
If he wants to go.
What has happened to American bravery?
It's alive and well, thank you very much. Except in a Russian common sense.
I like these exchanges. Look, I don't want anyone to go because I want everyone to be safe. On the other hand, if Max wants to go, I want to see what happens to him. Will it be a repeat of what happened to Bowman? Or something totally different? Maybe nothing will happen. Ba-da-ba-ba. I will say, I think with not perfectly in detail, with the exception of maybe including some sounds where I wouldn't include sounds, I think that these space scenes actually feel pretty true to the first one tonally, which, you know, good for them. They didn't have to do that. So big.
The pod looks awful small.
Good. And there's nothing threatening about it.
There is no reflectivity. I can't see any surface features. It is totally smooth.
Pass over its length once.
10 meters.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God.
This is so cool. Oh! Oh, no, wait. Did it, like, suck him in or spit him out like the first pod from Europa? Wait, did it spit him all the way to Earth? That would be crazy.
Hello, Betty.
Oh boy, wait. Wait.
Hello, Betty.
Oh,
please talk to me.
Dave is dead.
All Dave Bowman really was is still a part of me.
Oh, cool.
I think to say goodbye.
Oh.
You're married again.
Yes.
I'm glad. I love you.
Dude, like the stars in his eyes.
Something's gonna happen. And I wanted to say goodbye.
Oh, this is cool.
Something wonderful.
Wonderful for who? Wonderful for everyone on planet Earth, or... I don't know.
You think I was wrong to send Max?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I think.
He said that before you sent him, so...
We have a son. 5.
We have a daughter.
How old?
She's 4.
Blonde?
Yes.
Good. My son likes blondes. Let's get him together.
See, the petty differences on Earth don't matter when you're in space orbiting Io, Jupiter. Like, come on. I mean, come on, if being in front of this giant monolith doesn't rearrange your priorities, what will?
Good morning, Hal.
Good morning, Dr. Chandra.
Do you feel capable of resuming all of your duties?
Of course.
Don't let him.
Do you know what those duties are?
Yes, I will operate the onboard systems of Discovery.
If you will excuse us for a moment, we wish to have a private conversation.
Certainly.
Do you know why Hal did what he did?
Yes, it wasn't his fault. In going through Hal's memory banks, I discovered his original orders. You wrote those orders.
Okay.
Discovery's mission to Jupiter was already in the advanced planning stages when the first small monolith was found on the moon, and the function of the command crew, Bowman and Poole, was to get Discovery to its destination. It was decided that they should not be informed. Since Hal was capable of operating Discovery without human assistance, it was decided that he should be programmed to complete the mission autonomously and instructed not to reveal anything to Bowman or Poole. He was instructed to lie.
What are you talking about? I didn't authorize anyone to tell Hal about the monolith.
The directive is NSC 342/23. The situation was in conflict with the basic purpose of Hal's design.
Oh yeah, a couple people mentioned that in the comment. Obviously, they would have assumed I would never watch this. So, like, they instructed him to lie, and that...
He became paranoid.
So it wasn't your fault.
I didn't know.
Hopefully that gives him... I mean, obviously he's angry, but hopefully that gives him maybe a sense of closure.
This is the most difficult announcement.
Oh no.
As you know, things have not been going well back home.
Guys, don't let it affect you.
Direct presidential order. The three of you must leave the Leonov. No Russian citizen is allowed to remain on or is allowed to enter the Discovery. The launch window for re-entry is 28 days. The Discovery has enough fuel for low consumption trajectory.
Oh, this is stupid.
Only communications of an emergency distress nature are allowed between the Leonov and Discovery. I know you were caught in the middle of this.
I mean, I guess it's good they have a solution. They can go back aboard the Discovery, but I don't like it.
What is it, Hal?
There is a message for you.
Who's calling?
There is no identification. Message as follows. It is dangerous to remain here. You must leave within 2 days.
Who's sending it?
There is no identification.
I don't understand.
Dave?
Neither do I.
My response is, we don't have enough fuel for an earlier departure.
The answer is, I am aware of these facts. Nevertheless, you must leave within 2 days. I was David Bowman. It is important that you believe me. Look behind you.
What's he gonna see? Oh, that's so cool! How's he doing this? I would be tripping, like thinking I'm having a psychotic break or something. You're gonna follow him, right? Oh, cool.
Hello, Dr. Floyd.
I like they incorporated the older man look.
I've been allowed to give you this warning. You must leave here in 2 days.
Allowed?
By who?
You see, something is going to happen. You must leave.
What's going to happen? Will anyone believe him when he tries to tell them about this?
It's all very clear to me now. The whole thing. It's wonderful.
Okay.
What's going to happen?
Oh, cool! That looked great. Oh, man. He says you gotta leave in 2 days, leave in 2 days. That wasn't weird enough to convince you?
I'm coming over. If there's anyone on the bridge, tell them to get lost.
It's impossible. You heard the orders. You can't.
He doesn't care,
Go ahead,
and neither should you.
over and we're going to talk.
Something extraordinary is going to happen. I don't know what. But we have to initiate an escape launch. I can't tell you why I know what I know. Because if I told you, you'd never believe me. I'd never believe you. You simply have to trust me.
I saw it, and I don't believe it.
I can't do all of these things with no reason. I can't disobey my country for no reason.
Forget reason. No time to be reasonable. It's gone.
The monolith's gone? Get out of there right now.
Report to ground as to what is going on and make that report immediately. And while you're at it, could you please check out a black spot on Jupiter that has been detected by satellite telescope.
Is the black spot the monolith?
I have spent the last several weeks programming Hal for a 1,000-day orbit back to Earth, and now all those programs will have to be dumped. You know how sensitive he is to mission objectives, and now you are telling me to program him for the destruction of the Discovery as well as his own destruction.
Load the new program. We don't have any choice.
We don't have a choice. Yeah.
This is what your people told you about.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, good. I was
Could it be a shadow?
interested in that. I was hoping it wouldn't just be dropped. Oh, so it's like a black circle. So it's not the monolith.
Dr. Chandra, I've checked my calculations again. By using all of Discovery's fuel now, Discovery will not be in proper position to rendezvous with Earth.
Oh my God. Put the telescope on the monitor.
Oh my gosh! Whoa, the planet is... It's like a black hole or something. Oh my gosh, what the heck?
There is a circular object near the equator. It is 22,000 kilometers in diameter. It is comprised of rectangular objects.
And what is the proportion of the objects in question?
1 by 4 by 9.
Do you recognize these objects?
Yes.
So monoliths.
They are identical in size and shape to the object.
Tons of monoliths.
10 minutes to ignition.
Oh my gosh.
They are increasing.
At what rate?
Weird.
Once every 2 minutes.
What? It's like they're summoning all the monoliths that have been out from all the other places that they put them, I guess?
This is a very unusual phenomenon. Don't you think I should abort the countdown so that you can remain to study it?
Good God. Color. It's fading.
Yeah. Hal's like, let's stop the launch. I'm like, let's accelerate the launch. Let's speed up the countdown. Let's get out of here.
This behavior is inconsistent with logic, Dr. Chandra. This phenomenon is too important to leave. It represented danger. I'm waiting for your reply.
Just tell Hal, end of discussion. We're launching.
I don't have time to explain everything to you, Hal.
I find it difficult to proceed with the ignition without knowing why we are doing this.
Look.
Is the mission in jeopardy?
They still found a way for Hal to be the antagonist without like making him as crazy and evil as the first time. Very well done.
If there is danger here, and I use up all the fuel in the escape, what will happen to the Discovery?
Oh no.
Be destroyed.
That's okay though, Hal.
And if I don't proceed with the launch?
Then the Leonov and everybody in it could be destroyed.
I understand now, Dr. Chandra.
I'm nervous. But.
It is better for the mission if you leave.
Oh,
1 minute to ignition. Thank you
Hal.
for telling me the truth.
You deserve it.
Hal is the best Hal 9000. Yay. I was too hard on him last time.
10, 9, 8.
I feel like this is cutting him getting on board the other ship pretty closely, but okay. Boom! Let's go! Yeah, why, yeah, what did you think was gonna happen? Why are you not inside of a spacecraft? Oh, it's fine.
Hal, do you read me? Yes, Dave. Where are you?
I have new instructions for you.
This is interesting.
It is good to be working with you again. Have I fulfilled the mission objectives properly?
Yes, Hal. You've done very well.
Aww,
now,
I love
there is
this.
one final message for you to transmit to Earth. It is the most important message you have ever sent.
What is going to happen, Dave?
Something wonderful.
I'm afraid.
Don't be. We'll be together.
Oh, man. Say goodbye, Jupiter. Oh my gosh! The fact that whatever's going on, whether it's controlled by the evolved humanity, people in the future, aliens, who are far more evolved than us, like the fact that they have the ability to get rid of Jupiter and do this is mind-boggling. Oh, what? Uh-oh, poor guy. Should have, I don't know. Are they going to be okay? Why did Jupiter implode and then explode? It was like a tsunami. of cosmic energy. All these worlds are yours except Europa. Attempts no landing there. Use them together, use them in peace. Wow, so Jupiter just expanded into all these other worlds, but not Europa. Don't go there. Don't go there. It's kind of like the Garden of Eden, where you can eat of any tree except for the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Dang it, they're gonna go to Europa immediately, aren't they?
They will record that the next day, the President of the United States looked out of the White House window, saw the new distant sun in the sky. They finally recalled their ships and their planes.
Huh.
I still don't know really what the monolith is.
No idea.
An embassy for an intelligence beyond ours?
Sure.
A shape of some kind for something that has no shape.
Maybe.
Your children will be born in a world of two suns. They will never.
Fascinating. That's so cool. Oh, this is great. Great imagery. But don't go to Europa. All right, we got another monolith. This was great. This is an incredible way of, I don't know, building upon and expanding the last movie, but like still keeping a good amount of mystery and uncertainty about what's to come and what's really going on here. This is fantastic. Well, I just finished watching 2010, the year we make contact. Who did we make contact with? I guess Dave Bowman. And Jupiter imploded and out shined a new star with new planets, and we can't go to Europa. I do think there are parallels between that and the Garden of Eden that I find are interesting. I don't know what that means or what that really says or communicates other than it's interesting. And I am worried that people are gonna go to Europa immediately in future stories in the books. I don't know if that's what happens or not. I definitely would be interested in seeing a third installment. It's not too late, Hollywood. I thought this was a really good movie. Obviously, it's not a classic. It's not a classic as was the original 2001: A Space Odyssey, but it was a worthy sequel. They got rid, I think, of a lot of the tonally, the very unique structure of the original, but you couldn't have replicated that anyway. You just couldn't have. So I think doing just a narrative version of whatever was in the book, I'd love to know how faithful this was compared to the book, but I think that was the right way to go. I think it was a brilliant choice, and honestly, I enjoyed the journey. I enjoyed the journey more than I thought I would, and there were elements that were similar to the first. Some of the space scenes were reminiscent a little bit, and I thought that it worked great. I, of course, have questions, but who wouldn't have questions after watching that? Wow. They did a great job of building the story, expanding the story, but still kind of leaving you with like, what's really going on here? Who are these people helping us along in our evolution and our understanding? And is Dave on Europa? Is Dave through the stars somewhere else entirely, communicating from a distance? How come he was only allowed to say a few things and not more? I don't know. I may never fully know those answers, but I had a great time asking the question. And that line, sometimes the answers are bigger than the question. That's very, very interesting. I think sometimes the biggest things in life, maybe the answers are bigger than the questions. Like, what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? Wow. I think that's really worth considering. Anyway, wow, thank you so much for watching and being here. Please hit the like button, subscribe on your way out. Check me out on Patreon for full-length reactions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.